like to use the cliche, concentrate on yourselves, but everybody will be concentrating on you tomorrow night. Will you be in the end again?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, it's obviously an important game in our season, the most important game because it's our next one against a very good Exeter team.
I know there's always the other cliche as well, that you'd rather have points in the bag than games in hand, but it's a chance to turn one into the other, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, I think I suppose you look at it as your game in hand, we should look at it as the next game. We're trying to stay process orientated and not worry too much about the outcomes. You know that if we get the processes right, then ultimately they take care of themselves. We've had a good look at Exeter since the back of our game against Morecambe on Saturday. We watched them play Crewe on Saturday. They got a very, very good result there against probably the most informed home team in the league. So, you know, I think they've done very, very well, particularly post Jaden Stockley. They've still managed to pick up results, and I think if you look at Exeter as a club in recent years, they've always been in and around the promotion places in League Two, haven't they? They've had real continuity with obviously Paul Tisdale. He left in the summer, but they were able to appoint within, and as a consequence have kept the continuity. And I think they've got a really good model, a fantastic academy. They're able to produce their own players and produce some really good players in recent times, which they've also been able to sell on, which has no doubt helped them in terms of their budget. And you know, I just look at them, and from the outside in, they look a really well-run club and a very mature club.
Bruno Andrade, how's he?
Yeah, Bruno obviously picked up an injury on Saturday, which was frustrating because he's in such a good place. But this is what it is. So we just have to wait and see what the next 24 hours brings. But at the moment, it's not looking good.
Apart from that, anyone else pick up notes?
Just the normal bumps and bruises that you get when you go to a tough place like Morecambe. But the boys are pretty resilient. They've had a good day today. They've been back on the grass and had two pathways. One group's doing a sort of recovery-based day with some correction work from Saturday, and the other group doing some top-up work. So now we've managed to, as we always do on a Monday, adapt training to suit the needs of the whole group.
First 3-game week in around a month now since the Yeovil game. Does that mean there is that temptation to keep things fresh with it being such a difficult game of the weekend at Forest Green on the agenda?
Well, I think we've got a good squad, haven't we? And we've got real competition for places in a variety of positions, so it definitely gives us that option. And I think for us, we will just really digest where Exeter are, have a really good look at them, try to understand them, and then try to pick the best team for the game.
Matt Jones, we just had him in for a chat, and he's talked about how much he enjoyed being back playing football and that hunger to play. That must be nice, isn't it, when you've got a player at his stage of his career who still has that hunger of a 19, 20-year-old beginning their career.
Yeah, definitely. He's been brilliant since day dot, since the moment he arrived. Obviously, we knew he'd come with an injury, and there was a little bit of work for us to do to get him match fit. But no, since the moment he arrived, he's been really bubbly, and he's a great character, a big character, and I think he's been well received by all the players. And we saw he trained on Friday, and him and Shax gave a masterclass in how to play in the Premier League for all of our young players. With Gilps's constant talking and his personality and his presence within the games, and with Shax's relentless will to win, and that's what you need if you want to play right at the top. They're the qualities you need, and it's great for our young players that we have two really experienced players with fantastic attitudes and really good work ethic that can set the standards for us.
I suppose as well, with Matt coming in, you've got partnerships, even if they've not played together for Lincoln City. Like you say, him and Jason have played together, him and Neil have played together, so there's already relationships there, even if they've not been developed over the last couple of years. Yeah,
that's something we were aware of when we took Matt, actually, the fact that he played with Neil early and with Jason Shackle as well. So that naturally helps, but I think when you've got really experienced, good players, then they always find a way, and quite quickly they can find that sort of that chemistry that you need and that understanding that you need. And I think what good players do is, because they've got such a good knowledge of the game, they make really good decisions, so it's really easy for them to be able to read each other. So that can only be a positive for the team going forward.
Lovely, thank you.
Danny, how's Bruno in himself? It must be a bit deflating for him having had such a good spell to now pick up this injury.
Yeah, I think you know, he's not 100% definitely out. But it is an issue to us, so we are aware of it, and we are trying to find a way of overcoming it. We've always got to take the bigger picture. That's the key for us with any decisions, particularly with someone like Bruno. You never want to, particularly in the form that he's in, play without him. But at the same time, you definitely don't want to miss him for a period of time. So if you've got to miss him for one game to then be able to get him back, then that's maybe what we'll have to do. But we'll wait and see. And he's a bubbly character, Broom. So he's okay.
Does it potentially affect the way you'll play if he's not playing? So obviously Harry Hansen still suspended, not back till Saturday.
Well, it gives us some challenges in wide areas, definitely. So we can consider what we do with either personnel change or formation change. But we've got a tactically flexible group, and we've also got good players that can come in wide areas and do a really good job for the team. So we're just kind of wait and see what happens over the next 24 hours and try to make some intelligent decisions come kick-off time.
Have Exeter improved since we played them in September? I mean, they were quite busy in the transfer window.
I think they're a really good team. I always have done. That's the reason they've been up the top of this league year on year. I think they're some really technical and very, very tactical players. Got really good game understanding. I think they're well coached. We're a bit disappointed with some of the comments that the manager made, calling us monsters, but we'll get over it, I'm sure. I thought that was a little bit unnecessary, if I'm honest, but there we go. But no, they're a well coached team. I think they've got a well organised press that they like to use, and they've got some energy behind that press. I think if they don't get the press on, then they get in very narrow, compact, organised shape. But you can tell by watching them that they've got real detail in their work, and in possession, like I said, they've got a lot of technical footballers. They like to combine and link and pass forward and run forward and carry goal threat. So no, we're anticipating a really tough game. Now, it's never easy for Lincoln City to play Exeter, as we found out last year. We were really proud and pleased of the result we got there, particularly off of losing in the playoffs at the end of last season. But we'll be looking to get another positive result come tomorrow.
Just comment.